and welcome to Messages from Above with Toni G. I am Toni G. I am a psychic medium channel. I'm also a hypnotist, healer, and author. And now, I don't know if I call myself a show host, but guess who got a show on TV? This girl did. Yeah. WSCS will be hosting Toni G. Yeah, I'm a little proud of that. So I want to go through some really quick announcements. First announcement, Dave Augustine, host of Quality of Life, did his third interview with me this week, Tuesday. This interview was on healing, all about healing with angels and energy. It is fascinating, simply fascinating. As soon as that show is available, I will post it on my Facebook page as well as my website, so y'all can go and check it out. Email me questions about it. I am truly excited about that show. Also, February 8th, Marla Martinson, the Beverly Hills matchmaker, will be a guest on Messages from Above. She wrote a book. This book is very, you have to read this book. The Buddha Made Me Do It, or Buddha Made Me Do It. Great book. If you go to her site, marlamartinson.com, you can get the book. It's interesting. Go ahead, read it. Tell me what you think of it. Also, Sandra Champlain of We Don't Die Radio will be on my show March 8th. And Sandra has written a book called We Don't Die. I was on her show a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. Now, I'm a channel, which means that information comes straight through me for you. And I can answer universal questions. So if somebody asks me about life, love, whatever it is, that information comes straight through me for you. It's beautiful. During her show, there was so much channeling. It was amazing. If you'd like more information about me, you can go to my website, Toni, TONIG.info. You can also connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So I'm going to go to my first guest now. I'm going to do the quick glasses thing. And the first guest is Jean in New York. Hi, Jean. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking me on.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. Jean, I am a psychic and a medium. So did you have a question for me, or did you want to connect with someone?
I just wanted to know what would come through. I have no specific question. I've got a lot on my plate right now in my life, and just looking for a little bit of direction, I guess.
Okay, do you want to talk about a specific area? Because that's pretty general, and it's fine, I can do that, but it takes a little bit longer. So,
okay, how about work?
Work, okay. Okay, so, the first thing I hear with work is complacent. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but the first thing they're saying, the first term I'm hearing is complacent. This can mean, and I think it might mean, that you have become a little bit complacent at work. Am I on the right track here?
They can be that at times, yeah. Not all the time, but some days.
Okay. I'm hearing the word new. I'm hearing future. And I'm hearing finding. So I'm going to kind of try to put this together in a sentence and ask, are you looking for something new? Have you been keeping your eyes open for a new direction or a new career or career path or a new place to work?
Actually, I have just started something new. And
okay, so new?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be, so where I would take that and be, oh, maybe she's looking for something new. They're saying new I don't remember what the other words were, but that means that you just started something new. Thank you for sharing that with me. You know, I feel like you, okay, so here's what I'm just gonna tell you. I feel like I just feel like you're going to want to change what you're doing in what they're calling a short period of time. Now,
Okay.
I want to explain, when they say what you're doing, it can mean how you're doing it. But I feel like the statement that they're giving me, what they're saying is you're going to want to change what you're doing in a short period of time. Now, I want to go a little bit broader and say, what if this isn't about career? Because sometimes they'll just give you the message you need and bypass what you're asking for. So I'm going to delve a little bit deeper into that, and I'm going to ask them. They're using the first word I hear is life, stagnant. Although it's very hectic, it seems a little stagnant. You've been, like running a vicious cycle over and over again. Same thing over and over again. It's time to shake it up. It's time to change things. It's time to do it in a new way to get a much better result. Does any of this make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, thank goodness. Whew, I always feel so much pressure. I don't know why. They're saying that you're going to, within a very short period of time, you are going to want to change the dynamics that you are working within. So you are looking for, okay, even if you're, just because you just started a new position, that doesn't mean you don't want to forge a new way. So you really, I see you like climbing, and they're saying you wanna move up. You don't want to be lower echelon. I don't. Can you use a simple word, please? You don't want to be. You want to. They use these big words. I keep telling them kindergarten vocabulary, folks. Work with me. They are saying that you just want to keep climbing higher and higher, and you're very ambitious, and you're putting a lot into that. But at the same time, you're running this pattern that is not working for you. And what you need to do, they're saying, is step back, be very strategic, and make a new plan. Have a plan of action.
Okay.
So they're saying if you step back and you look at everything, you're going to see, you're all of a sudden like if you were looking at your life from an outsider, all of a sudden all these light bulbs are going to go on. They're showing me like 5 light bulbs are going to go on. And you're going to go, oh my goodness, that's exactly what I need to do. And then you're going to follow that very clearly and very strategically. Now, I'm hearing owner business. Have you thought about that in the past?
That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, okay, so that is awesome. Okay, so the intel is correct. I just need to figure out where it's falling. So, so congratulations, you own.
Thank you.
Now yeah, absolutely, and that explains the climbing up this rock wall too. You want to be number one. You want to keep this business growing. Oh, everything is like flooding in and making sense to me now. So they're saying if you step back, because you've been doing this same thing, different day, same thing, different day. If you step back and you go, okay, if I walked in here as a stranger, what would I tell the owner? What would I change? What would I do? If you put your fresh eyes on it, all of a sudden it's just going to pop, and you're going to say, oh my goodness, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to do it. I'm going to implement that. I'm going to start that. Now, I do want you to know I'm hearing the word success, 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 success. So that tells me 3 times you're going to have very much success with this. Don't get stagnant, and don't think you have, now this is coming from them, don't think you have all the answers. Be willing to look at the way other people are doing things, even if it's not the same type of business, right? Because there's always, you know, gold comes in many forms. Sometimes it's just a little speck that you can grow into your own mountain. So if somebody's doing something and you look at that and you say, oh, I can do that, and then you make it your own, that will be perfect for you. And it doesn't have to be the same type of business at all. It can be any type of business that you can say, you know what, I can make that work in this way over here. And that is where you're going to really start to fly with your business, okay?
Okay, yeah, I believe there's always something new to learn, always.
Absolutely. And look at those who are, the biggest piece of advice they want to give to you right now is they're saying, look at those businesses that are really successful now and look at what they're doing, because people tend to, my dog is twirling into a laying down position, sorry. People tend to repeat what they're doing, but then go take it to the next level and just do it a little bit bigger. So look at what their pattern is, because their patterns are successful. If you can pick up on that pattern and implement it, you're going to do well. They're saying don't give up. There are going to be days when you're going to want to run and bury your head. Don't do this. You are going to be very successful. Just put fresh eyes on your business, and you're going to be amazed at what you come up with as far as this is what I want to do next, and this is how I can do this, and especially this is how I can get the word out. You're going to have a huge epiphany about how you can get the word out more and better without doing very much work, which is always very, very awesome, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. Well, I hope this was very helpful for you.
Yes, it was. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much for calling in. You're listening to Ask One Radio. This is Messages from Above with Toni Greene. We're going to go to Las Vegas with Rashad. Hi, Rashad. How are you this evening? Oh, Patricia. I'm sorry. See, I should have put my glasses on. See, that's what I for not putting my glasses on and reading it.
I know how you feel. I wear glasses too.
And I'm really dyslexic, so I see things backwards too. So there we go on top of it. Okay, Patricia.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today? Well, at least we can all laugh about it. So I am a medium and I am a psychic. So do you have a question, or would you like to connect with someone?
Yes, I have a question. I kind of actually want to know if my hopes and dreams are going to come true before the end of this year.
Okay.
Do I have to be more?
Here's what I'm hearing. One of his dreams is going to come to fruition. Now, you know, your husband, I'm hearing something, I just want to confirm it with you. Does he have a little bit of a self-sabotage thing that goes on once in a while?
Does he have what?
Like a self-sabotage? Like, does he get really close to something and then all of a sudden it gets, like he kind of might sabotage it without even knowing it?
Kind of. Sometimes it's he's always busy, and he's always so busy, and I try to get him focused in one area, and he's he's an amazing man. Trust me.
Yeah, he is.
He's always busy.
He's extremely creative. He has a lot going on. And the one thing they're saying, okay, here's what I'll tell you. that I know for sure. One of his dreams is going to come to fruition by the end of the year. Now, it isn't that's good, but in order for the rest of it to fall in place, he's going to have to really focus in on what he's working on. And as an assistant sometimes and say, okay, let's just get this hammered out. Let's just get this done. Because he sometimes has a really hard time. Like he gets really close and then he switches to something else and he needs to focus just in until he gets it done. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for all of it to fall together. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, and
because he has a couple things that he wants to do, and he's like I said, he wants to get his retirement, and then he wants to, we have our own business together, so he's doing both things, and he's just, staying in today and trying to figure it out. So
okay, here's what this is what I say: they're showing me this. Get like a piece of poster board paper and put it into 12 squares. This is what they're showing me, so this is what I'm telling you. And then get those Post-it notes in different colors, and each square represents a month. And then, so in each, take the Post-it papers and put exactly what you need to achieve in that month in that square. And then plan it out for a couple months. This will help to keep him on course and a little bit more focused. However, you're still going to have to bring up the rears. You're really going to have to. They're showing me you with a pitchfork, like poking him in the butt to kick.
Yes, because I actually want him to get his, his contractor's license and everything, because he's just, he's so good, and, I just want him to be in his own light, and I don't know.
Right, sometimes we can see more in a person than they can see in themselves, and I love how in love you are with him. That makes my heart so happy. And he is a really good man for you. You two are like yin and yang. You're perfect for each other, but you have to let him also come up with some of the things, like present it in a way of, what you think about this? Do you think you could do this? Because that's kind of a challenge to a man, right? When you say, do you think you could do this? What's a man going to say back to you? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, of course I could do that, right? So instead of saying, you need to go and do this because you're so good, you say, hey, I had this thought about this. Do you think you could do that? And they're going to go, of course I can. Really? You think so? And what are they going to do? They're going to be all trying to show you they can. That's your man. That's the way you approach him the best. Now, again, they're showing me the pitchfork in the booty, and they're saying you're going to have to give him a little trotting along every once in a while.
Keep on track.
and there's two ways. You can push a person, or you can use the carrot method. That question way, like, hey, what do you think about this? Do you feel like you could do this? That's the carrot way. That you need to do this, that's the pitchfork way. I think a combination in your case is a really good idea.
I try to let him, But he's, like I said, he's just truly amazing, and I just want him to be very happy. So, whatever he does,
I just love that. He is going to have some good accomplishments this year. One of his dreams is definitely going to come to fruition. Can I ask you something? Have you guys talked about travel? Because I also see some travel coming in. Have you guys talked about going to some place that you've been maybe thinking about for a while?
Actually, we're going to leave town this next week. So, yeah.
Yes, and is this the bigger trip or is this the smaller trip?
No, this is a smaller trip.
Okay. There might be another trip coming in. It might be a little bit bigger, so you may be very surprised at where you end up going a little later on this year. I feel like that is going to be very telling for you, and it's going to be, I feel like there's elements of romance involved in that.
Oh, so that would be awesome.
Yes. I feel like that is coming in. And I feel like there are going to be a few other, I want to say things opening up. I see doors opening up and opportunities coming in. So, again, absolutely help him to find his way. He's very skilled. He's very skilled.
Oh, he's very skilled.
Yes. And he will do very, very well. And he does want to, but he is the type of person also, he kind of needs to work it out in his head before he takes those steps to actually do some of these things. He needs to see, like some people need to put it on paper. He needs to put it in his head and see how it's going to work out in his head and see how all of that is going to pan out, and then he moves forward. So give him a little bit of time, but keep going. Do you think you can do that? More inquisitively.
I sure will.
Not in a condescending way, but inquisitively.
Oh, no. Like I said, I just want him to be happy, because he is like, I keep saying it, he is amazing. So.
Yes. Now, I have time for one more quick question, if you'd like to ask one more question.
Does Spirit want to tell me anything in particular, like for me?
Well, let me see. So I instantly, when you said this, a woman came in. She's a little bit older, like a grandma age. She had her hair. She was medium in size. Not really petite, but not a really big woman. And I see her wearing glasses sometimes, but not all the time. Her hair was shorter, and I feel like it was she might have dyed it like a golden blonde at one point, but then it did go gray, like a darker gray and then a lighter gray. I don't know if this is familiar to you. I feel like it's on your mom's side of the family or mom, grandmom type of relation. Is this familiar to you?
I think so. I'm thinking it's my grandmother.
Okay, and I did get grandmom first. So what's your grandmom's name?
My grandmother's name was Liz.
Yes.
Elizabeth.
Okay, Liz is here. So this message is coming from her to you. So since I saw her come in, I right away want to let you know that it's her giving you the message. The first thing she wants to say, of course, is that she loves you. And she also wants to tell you that she's very, very proud of you. She wants you to know, she keeps bringing up barbecue. Does this mean anything to you? Does it make sense to you? Barbecue.
No.
Okay, for some reason, I keep hearing barbecue. You know, this is one of those things where maybe later on, when you're sitting back, you're going to go, oh, yeah, she used to like ribs or making some kind of barbecue chicken or this barbecue that we went to, whatever. But I keep hearing it, so when I hear it, I say it. Also, she wants you to know that she is, she's at peace, there's no more suffering, and that she has a very, I want to get this word right, so just, I'm not going to get this word, but that's okay. She has a very home style. I don't know what that really means, but she basically wants you to know that you're being watched over and looked after, and to just keep going in the direction that you're going, and it's all going to work out. And then I just have 60 seconds left. So she's just now saying picnic, barbecue. Later on, you might remember one that makes sense for this message, okay?
Okay.
Thank
you very much.
Absolutely, my pleasure. You have an amazing rest of the year.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye. You've been listening to Messages from Above with Toni G. I am here absolutely every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. For more information on me, you can go to www.tonig.info. I want to thank Dave, the world's greatest producer, and Connie for all the hard work they do to keep these shows coming and for putting them on video. Yay! I hope you have an absolutely amazing week. I look forward to next Wednesday when I can give you your messages from above. Thanks, and night-night.